Theater is scary. There are no right or wrong answers. You can interpret these sentences as any way you want to.
Because I've done it so many times, and when you get used to it, it's not as bad.
I don't like being around people that make me nervous.
So you're shy. So why do you participate in theater then if it's scary like that?
To not be scary, it's nervous and
Sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's not, because sometimes when it's scary because I have to do auditions and I get really nervous. And then the other times I don't feel that nervous about the thing because what Addie said, like you get used to it so many times it doesn't really get that much scary anymore. I have this thing. It's awkward when there's like maybe 4 or 3 people in front of me, but when there's a whole crowd of kids, parents, it's not that scary.
I like Shakespeare.
What's Shakespeare?
Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth. To be or not to be? That is the question.
I don't know.
All right, that's it. Right where you are.
I like what he writes, but I don't understand it fully.
Well, for me, I've never actually done a Shakespeare play, but I'm planning on doing it because I want to check it out, see if I like it. Like I think I've read one before on a test, but like it sounds kind of interesting. The one that I want to try out, one that's more laid back, try it out, see if I like it or not. So right now I'm not sure.
I find it difficult to learn lines.
Yeah. Come on. It's the boys.
Depends on what role you have. Like for me, if I have some kind of small role, then it's really just learning one night, but keep going over it. And if it's one of those big roles, then I'm studying it over and over until I remember it.
So it all depends on which role you get usually.
Yep.
Okay.
learning lines isn't difficult if you really enjoy doing plays and stuff. So you just gotta put in dedication.
Learning lines is hard. Like, if it's a song, it's easy for me. But if it's like scripted, cold reading, I don't do it. It's kind of nerve-wracking when there's a whole big crowd and audience, and you may forget your lines. So that's why I think it's hard to learn lines, because you may forget them.
Just means your time.
Even though you are still very young, take this question with a grain of salt in what you're thinking about right now. I am thinking about the performing arts as a career. All right, CJ. Why do you want performing arts to be your career?
Because I like singing.
Oh, pause real quick. Rebecca's changing her mind.
Confused.
It's okay.
Which one's no, which one's yes again?
That's yes, that's no.
Okay, now I'm supposed to.
Okay, well, I want to pick this career because I like singing and I like being a person that I am not.
This is yes and this is no, correct?
Yes.
So you do want to do theater?
Yeah.
Okay, go over there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
or anywhere in the performing arts. Hayden, why are you indecisive on this?
Well, it depends. It depends if I'm older. Like I'm younger, I want to do it. But when I'm older, I may change my mind and don't want to do it.
So you're just open to whatever comes down the road.
Yes.
Or do we know where we are now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I basically just do this for the fun of it, and really, I want to work at a zoo. Yeah, this is more like a hobby.
Okay.
It's just for fun.
I I'm not probably not perform when I'm older, but maybe write or direct plays because that's something I really like to do. I really love to write, and so that's something I really like to do. So I think that would probably be something I want to do when I'm older.
Good. I prefer plays over musicals.
Just gonna walk over here. Still, I'm in the middle. Why are you always picking in the middle, man? I like both.
Fair enough.
I have done a musical, and it is a lot of dancing.
Yeah!
Dancing and dancing. I'm not that much of a dancer. Literally, I would drop out of dance class first chance at this point. I am more of a theatrical. I like it more when a play has lines, and really it's easier to understand the story.
Theater makes me feel accepted.
Ah! I need to stop doing that.
No, just keep doing it, CJ. Keep on doing it.
Theater makes me feel accepted.
Yes, it does.
It's kind of like your safe place, you know? Like you can, like anything, it's not, you don't feel weird when you're here.
Before I ask this question, does everybody know what typecasting means?
No.
Typecasting means you are cast partly on your talent, but also how you physically look and how you physically fit the role that you are auditioning for.
Okay.
I believe in typecasting for specific roles.
Wait, no, Addison. Okay.
You remember what you said, for specific roles, it's a yes. Because, like, they can have talent and typecasting. Because, like, sometimes they do work together. But, yeah, I do kind of agree with Addison with the overall talent part. But for specific roles, if you have someone who is good, like has a good voice, good acting skills, and they look perfect for the role, I believe typecasting is just fine.
I really think it's unfair for the people that don't look like the character, but they have really, really good talent, and the other person is like not that better than them. So I think, yeah, it's overall the talent part than more the typecasting.
I think all theater should be entertaining instead of experimental. Experimental theater could be Shakespeare, it can be a passion project that has no comedy or anything funny in it at all. It could be a social experiment, etc. Rebecca.
If it's not entertaining, it's worthless. No one will come see it because, like, if it's not entertaining, sure. If the person is passionate, maybe they'll get a few. But if you're going to do a play, it has to be entertaining or else people won't really come back to it.
And what Rebecca's saying right here is a very interesting viewpoint because I learned this in college. You're either looking at theater as a business point of view or you're looking at it as a form of art. And on the business point of view, it always has to be entertaining to the general public, which is usually musical comedy. But a lot of educational theater does experimental theater, where the students are learning things like Shakespeare and they're learning some more dramatic stuff that may not be as entertaining to most of the general public. So the view set that Rebecca's going towards is what's going to bring in an audience and sell tickets. The coronavirus pandemic has made an impact on performing arts.
Virtual meetings! Done with it!
Me too. So when I first came to the Image Theater, they were all like, okay, you can sit wherever you pick. We don't care about what the heck you do. And now I'm coming, okay, sit here, sit here. I love that!
Preach!
I told you
Preach it!
Well, I
fair enough.
That's it.
My family enjoys theater.
Like, does it? Or like, just
Oh, yes.
What?
does it mean like, does it? Like, or just enjoys it?
They enjoy theater in general.
Speaks of our mom, she's over the top. For the audition song for If It's Shop of Horrors, she sneaks Addie's phone, she plays Somewhere That's Green. I hear her singing it and acting, and I open the door, she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing! I'm just hearing you sing. And then she's over the top, she's asking for all the main roles. She said she gets a main role in her high school play when she was a mother, which her dress, blew up. And she said, oh, it's the mainest role.
So your mom really likes theater.
Yeah,